Hello everyone, I'm Nal Mehta and welcome back to our channel Digitech.com. We are your digital aid and we provide free courses on the subjects of business and marketing.
Let's start with the topic of enlarging your product portfolio. Let's start with the concept of product mix first. The overall number of product lines that are offered to its customers by a company is called product mix. Product mix is also known as product assortment. The length, width, depth, and consistency are the four major dimensions of a product mix. As you can see in the figure, our product mix typically entails several product lines, and under each product line, there is a product line depth. Now moving on to the bandwagon of enlarging your product portfolio. Now there are 6 broad strategies. These are the strategy of down market, the strategy of up market, both ways which includes down and up market strategy together, line modernization, the concept of flankers, and finally the concept of cash cow. Let's look at each one of them briefly with suitable case studies and examples, starting with the first one, down market. In this case, the firm might want to compete with low-end rivals who are attempting to move up market. It may also happen that they may discover significant growth potential by selling more cost-effective products. Or the firm might retaliate by entering the low end of the market if a low-cost competitor attacks it. The firm will also see a decline in the middle market or a lack of growth in the middle market. Now, these could be the reasons why a firm would go down market. For instance, the Audi A1 was launched to bring new customers into the brand franchise of Audi. Moving further, the objective could also be of low-cost brands in the company portfolio to attract consumer into their franchises. Or to trade up consumers from a low-cost brand to a higher-cost one. Companies include traffic generators, such as the iPhone SE. The whole idea behind iPhone SE to ensure that consumers buy Apple at cheaper rates and finally trade up to better models such as the iPhone 13 Pro or the upcoming models of iPhone 14. Moving on to the second strategy of upmarket. Middle market firms find growth chances by moving into high end of the market, earning more money from it, or simply want to establish themselves as full-line manufacturers. High-end prestige brand products are those that provide a sense of prestige to consumers. These items are more expensive. Other brands in the portfolio benefit as a result of the high-end prestige brands. Each product has a halo effect as a result of the high quality. For instance, the Audi A1 having an impact on the whole Audi lineup, or the iPhone 13 Pro having the impact on other iPhones. Moving on to another example in the upmarket strategy is of Adidas Original. Adidas has a sub-brand known as Adidas Originals, themed on a heritage line of collection. It consists of a line of casual and sportswear that was founded by the German multinational corporation Adidas. A collection of athletic shoes, t-shirts, jackets, bags, sunglasses, and other accessories are a part of it. The company frequently works with fashion designers as well as celebrities and cultural figures to introduce their lines. Moving on to a third strategy that goes both ways, that is a two-way stretch. Companies might expand both in down market and up market areas. This occurs when a firm wants to serve the entire market and decides to establish its brand in both the premium and the commercial segments of the market. If a business believes it must offer both premium and low-cost goods to various customers, it is free to do so. It is not unusual for big companies to use segmentation to build a brand architecture which allows them to gain more income and sales. For instance, the brand Armani. In the high-end segment, they have Giorgio Armani. In the mid-range segment, they have Emporio Armani. And in the affordable range, they have Armani Exchange. Moving on to the fourth strategy of line modernization. The method for relaunching existing items in a product line after adapting and changing them to match current demands and style is known as product line modernization. In an ever-changing product market, modernization is constant. Companies use improvements to existing goods to persuade consumers to move ahead and purchase higher-priced goods. The difficulty of balancing the improvement of a product's timeliness is a major issue. Any delay in implementing a new technology should be avoided at all costs as it may jeopardize sales and give the competition an early advantage in launching their goods and establishing reputation, as done by the Apple Watch series. Another strategy that you could use is of flankers. Sometimes a number of brands or product lines of a particular firm function under one umbrella. Out of these few brands, some behave like fighter brands or protective flankers. These companies' goals are to fight the competition's brands. This is done to keep the more significant and lucrative flagship brands in their intended positions. Discount brands are used by many businesses as flankers in order to compete with store brands and private labels of retailers. It also aids in the protection of their higher priced goods. Let's see a suitable case study of Gillette. Both the 3-blade razor known as Mark III and the 5-blade razor known as Gillette Fusion 5 are marketed by Gillette. Out of these, Fusion 5 is the top of the line product that is most sophisticated and costly. Mark III, on the other hand, offers value for money and does its job perfectly. In this example, the flanker is Mark III. The rationale is simple. Mark III ensures that customers who cannot afford to buy a Fusion 5 razor at least stick to Gillette by purchasing a more affordable Mark III blade. And the final strategy of cash cows to enlarge your product portfolio. Few brands continue to hold on to an adequate number of customers but with a slow growth rate. They achieve a profit with barely any marketing support. Marketeers capitalize on their existing brands' equity by successfully milking these cash cows. The best example in this case is of the Nike's footwear segment, which, as you can see, accounts to more than 75% of the revenue for Nike. In 2021, revenue from Nike footwear stood at a whopping $28 billion. So for Nike, its footwear segment is the cash cow segment, which ultimately earns the money that can be pumped into other apparels of the company. So that's it, folks. This brings an end to the topic on enlarging your product portfolio. These are the list of sources and links referred to for our content in the video. Thank you and stay tuned for more videos.